Hello Aries, and welcome to your July reading. So I meditated on your energy and laid out the first layer of cards and what Spirit wanted to talk to you about this month, Aries. The first card that I have is the Queen of Swords. This is about your perception of what is in front of you, from which you're going to base your decisions and all of that, your inner talk. Queen of Swords. Then I have the Ten of Wands, end of a cycle that is going to happen during the month. You probably started the process before, which changed the way you perceive things, and this month will allow you to actually finish the old cycle, a cycle that was probably made of Seven of Cups, Five of Wands, Three of Wands, and that is when our old wounds, old emotional wounds, betrayals and things like that are actually affecting what comes towards us, creates conflict, maybe wounds of conflict, of different willpowers coming around there, but that was blocking your capacity to have a positive vision on what was coming towards you. Under the Queen of Swords, I have the Six of Swords. So see, that vision is giving you the capacity to move to calmer emotional waters. So Six of Swords, it is the wisdom that gives us the ability to move to other shores, to turn the page, go to another state of being, state of mind, of thinking that is more calm. Under the Ten of Wands, I have the Five of Cups. So see that Ten of Wands, it's like if the end of a big period of time, of the way that you used to try and advance in life and push yourself forward, was filled with disappointments and heartaches and inscribed so deeply in your old emotions, could go back to childhood and whatnot, and that prevented you to run smoothly in life. But there's this readjustment happening, going from conflict to acknowledgement and recognition. Six of Wands. So the conflict can be inside, outside. Anyway, the inside is always a reflection of outside. So if you're carrying so much, or you were carrying so much on your shoulders and not seeing the end of it, or where is that going, all I see are a repetition of the wounds and the disappointments I had in the past. So that's a big thing. I think you've started maybe that decision process, or that perception, communication, whatever, swords, in the last month, beginning of this month, and this month you are actually going to truly let go of the end of the cycle. Under our Queen of Swords, Six of Swords, I have the Emperor and the King of Pentacles. It all has to do on where am I going to put my efforts to try and build something in this life. When our past experiences even block our view into where am I gonna go, where am I gonna invest, all I see, my perception of what is in front of me, is all distorted by my old wounds and things like that, affecting what I would recuperate from life. So it was your masculine side that was affected by that. Under the Ten of Wands and our Five of Cups, I have the Ace of Pentacles. So here the direction, that's why the King of Pentacles is there, It's almost like you weren't able to see where you should invest yourself, and now you're gonna see it, or you've already seen it. You know, energies move. Some people it happens faster than others. For some of you it could be during the month, others of you that clarity came to you in the beginning of the month, and this is more of a question of solidifying it. Okay. And here I have Temperance. It was a question of divine timing, of healing, and so that you could perceive that, you could get to that point. And it has to do with recognition also. So you can take that pentacle and actually move forward with it, instead of feeling maybe lack and unappreciated, outside in the cold, and all of that. Let's clarify this for Aries. I call upon the divine. I call upon the light. I call upon the Holy Spirit. Help me clarify this reading for Aries. Aries. For the month of July. Aries. Okay, Queen of Swords. Why is the Queen of Swords there for you, Aries? Six of Swords. The capacity of the Queen of Swords, and here's the Ace of Wands. That's it. You had this new spur of energy, giving you the capacity to drop all of the old baggage of old conflicts, old emotions, old this, with this new drive, this new, yes, this is what I want to do, this is what I want to build. With the six of Sword and the Queen of Sword, 2 times the Six of Sword here, it is really like your perception that changed. The way you saw the Sword of Truth in front of you, not based on all of these old wounds, but more on healed parts of you, or that new consciousness on these things, actually changed your drive, your energy, your fire, so that you can move forward. Let's look at your 10 of Wands. But it's like if it's gonna solidify during the month of July. Whatever you started last month is going to solidify this month. Strength. Being in your higher self more than being in your reactive self. Like if you were more reacting based on your wounds and things like that, that was the old way, you know. I feel rejected, so I'm rejecting you right away, or telling you something harsh, or living it from the outside. Either we do it or we receive it, you know. It's always a mirror. Now being in the higher self. That's why that gave you the strength to change, end that cycle. Show me that 7 of Cups, 5 of Wands and 3 of Wands. The 7 of Cups being Venus in Scorpio, it's really our old wounds that come at and even block the way we see what's in front of us. That's why there's a cloud there. They're not options, they're perceptions. Emotional perception of what can be, or even what is there. We can imagine the castle in Spain as much as the treason, and that person doesn't love me. Nobody loves me. And that creates conflict. It's at different degrees depending of how deep and how big are your wounds. can be just a little bit, or it can be very deep and painful. And with the Three of Wands, that means that this is what you kind of expect coming. A projection of what you have already lived, as painful and as sad as it was. You want to talk about this, Spirit? Give me a card for this clarification. Not now? Okay. Not now. We're going to talk about the Six of Swords. So we have the Six of Swords that came out with the Queen of Swords. Yeah. We have the Moon and the Ace of Cups. Here is our, sorry. Here is our Seven of Cups again. Okay. In order to kind of be able to get out or to move to calmer waters, it's almost the realization or the understanding of what was happening inside of us, the moon, in our unconscious. That our Seven of Cups was like understanding where it came from, all of that projection. With the Ace of Cups, it's allowing a bit more love so that we can actually come to the point of, I have the right to live happy and not be dictated by what I've experienced in the past and my old wounds, but there is joy and happiness out there for me. And making that decision, 7 plus 1 equals 8, 8 of Cups, it's going on that quest. I want to be happy. I want to be peaceful. I want to be able to share emotions and be emotionally content. And this is the decision to move towards that new land that you are receiving here. And it's an inner decision. Okay, show me the Five of Cups. Chariot. Yes. So the Five of Cups, I have the Nine of Wands and the Eight of Wands. This is like, yes, the wounded warrior that got hurt and saddened. And so, see, that was your old cycle. With the strength here, it's turning this, I've been through this and that and that, and now I'm guarded about, you know, what is coming next. Now it's, I've got the experience. 8, 9, 10. I understand how the events happen one after the other. That's why I can finish that cycle. A cycle of sadness and disappointments where I couldn't see 2 cups behind me. But now I'm going to rebalance all of that. All of my actions, my willpower and all of that, because I'm taking the decision that there is more out there and I want it. I am willing to go on that quest. Here, balance of the ego. From 5 to 6. From conflict within and without others and all of that, into finally recognizing our worth, who we are, our value, understanding the lessons of what we have lived, because if we don't understand the lesson of the past, we're just doomed to repeat it, of course. So let's look at your Six of Wands. Wheel of Fortune. So it is the change, and it's the Two of Wands. It is opening up this brand new path for you, where you will live things on a new level, not a repetition of the same old thing again and again. This is going to be on a new level, because you will have balanced your worth. The Six of Wands is all the sixes are in the heart chakra. This is like when our ego and what drives us gets to that heart chakra. of I see you, you see me, namaste. I know who I am, and I recognize who you are also. There is a balance. My will is not to compensate, fight, protect myself. I am coming back from all of that, and I am moving on a white horse, purely moving forward with knowledge in my mind. This is beautiful, and that is like the new path opening for you. Let's look at your very masculine here. A lot of you, this is going to be that end of the cycle will probably can be associated with a masculine, but these two are the decision makers into where am I investing? And we all have that inside of us, men or women. Where am I investing? How am I investing? Show me the Emperor and the King of Pentacles here. If it's purely financial, then it's that's the part that's being readjusted. But we invest in relationships, we invest in ourselves, our ideas, our goals. King of Pentacles again, Five of Wands. This part of the King of Pentacles, your masculine side, the side that actually says, okay, I'm gonna invest like this much in there. This is the life that I want. This is the seed that I want to grow. This is where I want to be. This is all that masculine side was all conflicted, because the shape that things have taken until now wasn't satisfying, was filled with conflict and old wounds and things like that. So it needs to be reinvested anew from a higher place, from a more conscious place, to be grown again. You were at the end of your cycle, that was probably last month, into what you had built, and now you are starting anew and you're going to do that from a higher level. Therefore, not repeating the conflicts of the past. And like I was saying, inner conflict or outer conflict. Show me that Ace of Pentacles. So that's why the 10 of Pentacles, because there's an Ace of Pentacles here. After 10 comes the 1. Like we had with the Ace of Wands and the 10 of Wands. So as much as in what you're going to invest as your own willpower, when we're all of our willpower is in conflict and so much drowning water, it's almost like not having any, like just the energy to do the daily chores is hell, because I don't have a goal. I don't know where I want to invest. It's all mixed up and conflicted because I've had so many old wounds. Ace of Wands. So what is that new seed for you, Aries? What is that new seed? Oh, 10 of Swords with the World. Oh, you're finishing 3 cycles, Aries. So that's 6 of Swords, you see? There's something you understood. By understanding, having that kind of clarity of, oh my God, this is what is happening. I see clearly now. The rain is gone. 10 of Swords. You're finishing your cycle of Sword, a cycle of Pentacle, a cycle of Wands. You're starting anew. You're actually finishing here the world, a real cycle. And that is going to give you that ease and that peace of mind in your heart, knowing you are at the right place, doing the right thing, giving you the drive and the energy to invest, to move forward, to plant a seed. So last month could have been very hard for you, Aries. But now you know where to invest, whatever that means for you. Temperance. Show me the temperance. Oop. All right. Four of Cups and your Ace of Pentacles. So the temperance, the maturing of the emotions, the healing work that was brewing inside of you was so that you could see that Ace of Cup here. That gave you that that self-love, enough self-love, or yes, love, enough for you to be able to actually grab or notice the pentacle, notice where and see where you can invest and move forward in. There was maybe all of the pain you had and your old wounds. You were so focused on this that was creating the conflicts and creating the limit of what you could build as your empire, as you know, your King of Pentacles and your King of your Emperor, in what you invested and how you invested things, leaving you blind there and only seeing the sad part of things, not the enthusiasm of what's in front of me. What can I build now? I need that new drive. Okay, Spirit, do you want to talk about that Seven of Cups, that Three of Wands, and that Five of Wands? I'm just going to see. They want to talk about it? Yeah, okay. I understand. So that was your devil. Okay? That was what was keeping you covered in the shadow, that preventing you to be at your highest that you could be, even if you're filled with talent and all of that. When we're in the shadow of the devil, we believe the only thing we perceive. And if we only believe this, all those projections of that can be rejection, hurt, pain, and all of that, it was like Seven of Swords screwing you completely, and probably giving you the feeling of being screwed by the universe and by life, that total unfairness, and feeling completely powerless when it came to Page of Pentacle. Page of Pentacle, being able to grab that pentacle and, you know, building your life, feeling powerful when it came to that. But now it's going to turn around because you understood something. The Wheel of Fortune only turns when we understand something. And giving you that, now that you can see the bigger picture, this is Sagittarius Temperance. It's the capacity to see the bigger picture. Oh, now I see, because of that, that happened, and that was like this, and I could only see that, but now I see the whole picture and I understand. And now I know where I want to invest. That will be the title of your video. Now you know where you want to invest, where to put that Ace of Pentacles, or what is that Ace of Pentacles. So my beautiful Aries, on this I'm gonna send you all my love and light. Thank you for watching, sharing, commenting, helping the channel grow. If you want a personal reading, the address is below. You write to me and I give you the information. Thank you for the ones of you that gave donations on the new moon and full moon. I do a little ceremony to give you back. Don't forget that on the 4th of July, there is an eclipse in Capricorn. So when I say that this is going to become very clear here, that could happen on the 4th of July for you, 4th, 5th. And these days, you know, be maybe conscious of this. All my heart and love for the ones of you still dealing with the virus. And also, may consciousness and true justice comes for all. Anyway, on this, love and light. Bye bye. See you next month.